This is one of my favorite games in ever, okay? In ever. So let's just jump into it. Unmodded. Vanilla is the best flavor, usually.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Wow. That was amazing.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
What a way to wake. Wooden boards and iron shackles. The Divine Order's hospitality leaves much to be desired indeed.
Okay. We're trapped on a ship. What do I do, I wonder? Oh yes, I can put on a bucket. That is exactly what I wanted. I'm wearing a bucket now. Wow, that looks great on me. Alright, let's check these crates, of course. Loot literally everything possible.
Ugh. Well, that explains the smell.
Wait. I said I wanted to do unmodded, but I lied. I'm gonna use a pet pal and herb garden. Now that we've got pet pal, I can talk to this sheep.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Fresh meat. Bah. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg, too.
I don't intend to take sass like this from a sheep. that was an old sassy sheep. Ah, yes, there is a key in the vase. Just what I thought would be there. A key for this door hiding in the vase. There's a letter. I wonder what it says. Orders from the guard steward. Important. It's come to my attention again that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes onto the pressure plate. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at change of shift. Any deviation will result in at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Magister Ewok. Okay. People are moving boxes onto pressure plates. Okay. So maybe that's something we could do. Oh, I found a pocket knife. Wow, I needed a weapon. Okay. There's a barrel on that pressure plate. And then I can take one of these. Great. Put it on this one. Wow. The door is open. What does this guy want with me? Ooh, an electric discharge scroll.
Hey! Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
Why are you in a cage in the first place?
Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here.
Fine. What do you want me to do?
A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
What exactly is in it for me?
Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? You here to relieve me? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy red scale? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
I heard yelling coming from above. You need to get up there.
Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I can trust those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear.
I'll keep an eye on the prisoner. He wouldn't dare cross me. Wow, I'm persuasive as
That's all I needed to hear. Just don't let that caged rascal fool you. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to take out my pocket knife. There's a ball and chain. What could that be for? Alright,
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Uh-oh. His eyes are resting on mine.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Oh no, this guy lied to me. What would I expect in such a cruel world? Oh, and I've got a backstab, what's it called, radius? Cause I've got a pocket knife. Oh, sucker punch knocked down, that's pretty good. Pretty good, you know what I'm saying?
What would he have to gain by killing me? I need to keep my guard up.
My guard is gonna be... It's gonna have to be kept up. I pick up some more buckets. Buckets are always good. How the hell do I get in there? Oh wait, there's a lever right here. Okay, let me take this bucket right here. Buckets everywhere. Oh, another bucket. Okay, it looks like I'm ready to go to the upper deck. Like the Magister said. I don't think I'm gonna like them. I'm just saying. Achieved 2 new crimes. my story so far. What is my story? I need to find a kin dreamer. Oh yes, another bucket. Always want the buckets. All's home. We have too long presumed Source as a virtuous part of civil society. Yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak. One day, another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of Source Callers provided by Freedoman is proving most effective.
No marks, no indications of a suit.
Okay, I'm collared. That's a shame. Collared, that's never.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Get this cord around my neck off me.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Now that I'm up, I'd like to bathe and dine. Ring for the servants.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're a long way from home, milord. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come a-running.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood.
En route to Fort Joy. Okay. That
Good
sounds
God!
joyful.
There's been a murder here.
There's been a murder. Oh no. Not a murder. Where is the murder? Oh, right here. I see things like this every day.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Why are you letting me so close to the crime scene? For all you know, I could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
I don't hail from the House of Dreams. When I sleep, I truly sleep.
Figured as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
No.
A lizard of principle. I get it. Wonder how you'll feel when whoever did this does it again. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
What did this poetry book have to say? A woman from Driftwood with nary a care offered me kisses that answered my prayer. I accepted her gift, and then to my dismay, a spider she was, and I her buffet. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, still coming to grips. She thanked me for coming and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though still I did swell. Okay, that sounds like I don't wanna be kissing some spider people. Did I read that right? I don't. Doesn't matter.
Be good, you scallywags.
Alright, let's take one of these bed rolls.
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Oh, there's another sheep.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
Reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad?
A bucket.
Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Okay, I guess we'll just start talking to people.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Who's Losa?
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited children.
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
I suppose that's true enough. Losha, I presume.
You presume right.
Do you know anything about the murder that happened on board?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Right.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Wow, I found a water balloon. I am so lucky right now. Oh my gosh. What's this person doing? Just hanging out?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
What are you doing?
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate are you deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me.
I'm gonna go.
She smiles contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't we?
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with him.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this trampy family.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Why does the Magister suspect you of murder?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
What did you do to find yourself at the mercy of a subordinate?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
What are
Chill, aren't you? I ain't saying nothing.
what are these
Bloody
doors
dwarves. I'll come back to you,
doing?
but you better be ready to talk here.
getting interrogated by
A broad
the
dwarf
guard.
sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
What am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
Got this wolf on a leash now.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The ship is moaning like a sick man.
Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more. Listen close.
Gods, didn't your mother teach you any manners?
I'm listening closely.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back, the other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Got this wolf on a leash now.
I heard it. What's it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
You must be a practiced sailor. What does the figure mean to you?
Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the Joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
Oh.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
A little more afraid. There's a killer about, after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold my head steady.
It was one of them. I know it.
My prince.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm the prince? Oh, jeez. That's too much pressure.
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her gruel-stained garb.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I didn't expect... Well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal and rotting roots to serve, I'd concoct something more fitting for one of your stature.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Relax. You've no reason to apologize.
She nods and smiles wanly before returning to her duties.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Who am I speaking to?
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
What exactly are you seeking? There's a lot of knowledge in the world.
Is there? Wherever do you keep it? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
I know everything, obviously.
Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Why are you so curious about the gods?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
This may be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. I stand by you.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
A scene?
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
I think she casted Source.
What's happened?
Okay. I'm gonna be using two-handers. Oh, we got a two-hander right here. Okay. Nice little two-hander. Take some ham. Yeah, we got ham for the road. We're good to go. Our source hound.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching.
You have to get out of here, dog. It's going down the ship.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much.
Please, make it stop.
I'm not the one who did this. I'd stop it if I could.
Sorcerer.
The dog whines and continues pawing at its nose.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Alright, I'll this dog to make it stop. You do what you gotta do. Battle stomp. Wow, the dog is not there. That's crazy. Okay, the dog is...
That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Should be better now. The ship's going down. I'll be fine. No, don't worry, don't worry. I can swim, obviously. Break this door real quick. I got some boots, I'll equip those.
Thank the gods! By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
There's destruction all around us. What's going on here? What have you seen?
Like you don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too?
That's right. There's a mutiny. And if you want to see your family again, you'll stand down.
Go! Do what you must.
Well, I persuaded the Magisters, but I'm still gonna kill them because I don't like Magisters. Dang, my two-hander killed that guy real quick. I'm liking being a two-handed person. What's this shabby letter say? Absolutely nothing. Wait. A set of instructions for transporting sorcerers to a place called Fort Joy. Hey, isn't that where we're going? Oh my god. Oh no, I will have burned myself. Good thing I got a bedroll. Ha! Burning was no problem. Oh, what was that skull-marked key? Murtaugh. Death fog barrels have been locked down in storage. Stay out, you and Rex both. If anyone starts fooling around down there, it'll be lights out. Captain Coleman. Who's this guy in here?
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
Shouldn't you be doing the same? The ship is going down.
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Oh, you're a skeleton? That's your excuse? Jeez.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over.
Why didn't I see you before? You kinda stand out.
I believe you did. Although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene.
Oh no.
Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
That seems quite sensible.
Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
It's just a sinking ship. No big deal.
Something's pounding on the hull.
What could be pounding on the hull?
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is, a warning of death fog within. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The crimson drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
Numb. Oh no, I'm so numb.
It doesn't budge.
Here's my key then.
The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
That fog. So this is the room.
I need to get out of here now!
I can loot these corpses without myself. Oh jeez. That was easy. I avoided that death fog. No problem. Up the stairs we go. Oh no, there's worms. It costs 1 AP to loot a guy. I guess that makes sense. I don't need to loot. I got my trusty two-handed sword. That's broken, I think. Just like me. Okay, kill the worms. Oh, I could have used a fireball scroll. That must have been why the corpse was conveniently placed there. This is a pretty peaceful soup. Oh. Maybe not. There are water barrels. Yeah, I can use those. Oh wait, never mind. Fire. Wait, there's still a lot more fire out there. Water barrel. You can do it. Go up the steps. Oh, come on. I don't care. I'll burn myself for the loot. A blinding radiance scroll. That's pretty neat.
That means there's still a chance!
A chance.
You do it.
Wow.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The stories.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
But there are other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Listen here, you're a yellow-bellied coward, dwarf, okay? I'll go to the lower deck and check for the survivors.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? How'd you open your big mouth, didn't you?
Wait, I just want to grab this bucket before I head down. Okay, we're good. Oh, wait. I also wanna, this magister real quick. I have got a vendetta. Okay, nothing to see there. It's okay.
If you could walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a book. Wait! Void woken!
Oh no, not more worms. You know what I do? I just walk right into the fight and say what's up with my two-handed sword. Look, that shocked me. Wow.
Let the games begin.
She needs to take it easy with those spells. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I guess I saved the people. Now I need to save myself.
There's no time.
No, I couldn't save myself.
I have plans for you, child. Right.
Yes. Plans.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Orivan. Okay. That must be a guy. We need to cut down.
Well, that was a bit of a rough and tumble journey. I suppose I'm the lone survivor. Which is entirely appropriate, if you ask me.
It seems that way. Up, I leveled up. I will get strength and constitution. And then more two-handed. And I will up my persuasion. There we go. All leveled up.
Brachus Rex, King, Sorcerer, and Scholar, though not quite a gentleman.
Brachus Rex. And there's a kid. That's top.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards.
Keep to yourself.
He shrugs and continues the game with a mirror, inspecting inside his nostrils and around the back of his knees.
You won't talk to lizards. That's lizardist. Is it lizard? Oh, there are more worms. Hit him with a fireball.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Down. They made it to the shore.
Wow. The path was interrupted. Oh, and now it's gone. So that worm just called me a prince? I must be a prince. Come at me, worm. Oh wait, never mind. I can knock you down.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. This pig's bladder was on the ship.
Pig's bladder? $102 gold? A pile of gold just laying there? I might as well take.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the Great Acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
Giants, acorns, shields. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
The great acorns die by the sword. A word of advice to the badly armed. Tie your knife to a stick or a branch. Wow, that was helpful advice. Take some of these mushrooms.
A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
It seems we're not the only ones taking on strays. Oh, no need to be jealous, Quercus. Fur maketh not the cat.
What's this? I found something. One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
What could I have found? A pouch with armor and a bow. Okay. That's pretty good.
I wonder where this leads.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, it's a guy.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask.
Never mind, not a guy.
He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor?
What are you doing?
Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
Anything valuable there?
Oh, yes. An exceptionally common, but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Why is this so urgent? This is a prison. It's not like you're going anywhere.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have important things to do on Reaper's Coast. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my business in peace. No. I may be an eternal, but my patience has its limits. Indeed. I may be the only eternal. My people seem rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Where do you think your people are? In some other realm?
Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them.
I wish you well, sir.
Yes, yes. Do feel free to call. By which I mean shout loudly. I do not want you sneaking up on me again.
Hey, let me just take that. Walk right through the poison, it's no big deal. No, that kid might be opposed to lizards as well. Who's got all these plants?
A serene elf potters between his plants. Noticing your interest, he beckons you over with a smile.
Oh, Dragonkin! Come, come! I know this hellish place seems devoid of welcome, but look, Tyr Sendilius smiles. My seedlings grow strong. May their life bring joy to our own. Isn't nature just marvelous?
Yes.
Ah, it's good to meet a fellow Green Thumb. Here, a gift from one gardener to another.
Beaming widely, he hands you a bucket and a seedling before patting your hands affectionately.
Wow, thanks. Here's a nice little turtle. What's up, friend?
Can you feel it, cousin? Can you feel the darkness approaching?
The darkness? What darkness?
It is as if I'm being chilled from the inside out. I have become ice. Frozen by an unimaginably black shadow. It threatens to consume me, It threatens to consume all.
To these
oh no, the darkness came and
They're transforming.
transformed the turtles into painted turtles. Oh, I can knock this ancient painted turtle down. Hell yeah. That turtle kissed me. All the turtles are kissing me. Oh no. He's right on the edge of death. I guess I've gotta... hang on. Can I... Maybe... well, now I've got no choice. I've gotta do this. I can't quite get out of turtle, but it's okay. I miss. My two-handed sword never misses. This turtle's got no physical armor, so
Glory is mine.
knock down and then burn to death. Just the way I like it. Turtle miss.
Meet your maker.
Wow. The two-handing is crazy. Oh, a bloated corpse with a book, a soggy diary. First night here. Don't seem like it'll be too bad. Found somewhere quiet to sleep. Brought enough dry bread to last me. When all this blows over, I'll be happy to say I survived it in comfort. Group of dumb brutes shook me down for my bread. Will have to get smart if I want to eat. Met an old fisherman named Rad. Taught me how to make a net. Rad's gone. Dumb brutes took my net. At least the meanest one got took in the night. Getting hungry. I always was a strong swimmer. Waters around here are pretty glassy. Can't be much more than a few miles to shore, can it? What do we got in this crate? A book about crafting a bow. Combine a length of string with a stick, club, or branch. Wow, I needed to do that. Let me break this chest real quick. It's fine. Wait, is it fine? Isn't there like durability on the weapons? 8 of 20. Ah, jeez. I need to find a different two-hander. 27 gold and a restoration scroll. Okay, the restoration scroll ought to be useful. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen there. Don't worry about it. Okay. Take one more little check around here and see if there's anything of interest. There's a rainbow. Whoa, and a chest. How do I get the chest? I must need teleport, which I do not have. That is the end of the first episode of Divinity. Original Series 2. I am Bucket Man. Oh wait, what is my actual name? I don't know. The Red Prince? The Red Prince, Bucket Man, whatever you want to call me. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there.